excited to have you joining me today. This is going to be my first project layout for Paper House Productions. I have gone ahead and rejoined their team for another term, and I'm so excited to be playing with their products again. So what I'm going to do here is I decided to do something a little bit different. This layout is going to have 4 photos on it, and I had this crazy idea that it would be awesome if I had these strips that kind of looked like the cardstock was torn back to reveal a patterned paper underneath. And this is the first time I've ever done it. I know, right? If you're going to do something wacky and crazy and for the first time, you definitely want to do it on a design team project, right? Yeah. And it worked, and I like it, but I wanted it to, I think I'm going to do it again, and I want it to be more. So I want those pieces that are peeled back to be like thicker and bigger, and I like the idea of maybe doing a layout where it looks like the photo is on the back and like you peeled the white paper away and showed the photo underneath. So yeah, I'm probably going to do this again because I think that would be so cool to try. So I'm just taking a pencil and making these strips and rolling them up, and then I'm gluing the ends down. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of audition a background for this paper from the bright colors in the color wash collection from Paper House. This is the 12 by 12 paper pad, the color wash paper pad. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab some colors. I know I want a multicolored paper instead of maybe a solid. I know I want it to be super duper colorful. I want this layout to be really, really fun and colorful. So that was my plan because, okay, these 4 photos are of like the Photobooth setup that they had, that Heather and Miranda put together at Heather, which is Heather's Crafty Life on YouTube. She had a retreat in May, and I got to go. It was so much fun. Oh my goodness, you guys, so much fun. But there was like a photo booth kind of setup, and these are 4 of my favorite photos. I have way too many photos. I'm never going to be able to scrap them all, but I picked the 4 that were my absolute like favorites, and I'm going to put these on an 8.5 by 11 layout. So I'm just deciding how I want these colors to go, and you see how this is why I kind of wish that they were wider, because if the strips were wider, it would look more like the photos were sitting behind. But I mean, it turns out really cute, and I really, really like it, but I think that I want to try to do it again, and I think the next time I do it, I'm going to do it with some like bigger strips. So I'm just deciding the placement on my photos, and I decided to pull this one down a little bit more because I want a little bit more color showing. And I rolled these up, but then I kind of smushed them down just a little bit so they weren't going to be so bulky in my book. Just deciding where I want these photos to go, how I want them set up. And I'm going to continue to kind of make these strips a little bit longer so that my photos don't cover the whole pieces that I did. And the next thing I'm going to do is use a whole bunch of score tape and place this down on my layout. I don't want it to move. I don't want it to be, I want it nice and down because now I'm going to go ahead and add some splatters to that white, and I don't want it to warp my entire page too much. So by giving it 2 layers of cardstock, the white and then also the pattern, it really helps with keeping the paper stiff and where it's supposed to be. And I also think that score tape helps because it's so sticky and so strong, and it does not let the paper like bubble or warp or do anything wonky. And the next step is make a big old mess. So I went through all of my shimmer sprays, and I just grabbed all the ones I thought would match the colors that I have peeking through my layout. There's Oh Say Can You See, there's a little bit of black, there's no yoking, there's pink stilettos, and I just had a field day creating tons and tons of splatters on my paper. The next step on my layout was to add just some Fun Foam from Walmart on the back of all my photos to pop them up a little bit because I'm going to add a lot of dimension to these pages. I'm going to go ahead, and I went through my Paper House stash because my design team box hadn't arrived yet, but it didn't matter because I had plenty of their products in my stash. And I grabbed some 3D stickers. They're the Photobooth stickers. And then I also grabbed some enamel stickers. Here they are. So I love, you can see, I'm going to use the last of my butterfly enamel stickers. Really hoping I get those back in my design team package, because those are like my favorite things in the history of ever. So technically, these 3D stickers are for a wedding, right? But it just says the Photobooth, and it went so well because the sticker has those little fans on it, and we had the little fans that we were using, and then we had like little props. We were using that one big fan as like a little prop because it fell off the wall, and I just loved some of the sayings, and I figured that it would totally work with this layout. And then to add, you know, just a little bit more color, I'm going to add the enamel stickers. Love, 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 love these enamel stickers. If you are a traveler's notebook person and you like to scrapbook with your traveler's notebook, enamel stickers are the jam because they're thin, they're very thin, but they're like super duper sparkly and fun, and you'll see because I'm going to use a bunch of them, I'm sure. So I'm just going to go through these little Photobooth 3D stickers. I grabbed these groom ones as well, but I don't end up using them. I had initially thought I was going to want to put like more cameras on this layout, but in the end I kind of like veered away from that and said no. So I'm just going to pop the enamel stickers and then the 3D stickers on top, and they layer together really well because one of them is really thin and really flat and the other one has a lot of dimension. So I'm going to go ahead and go around and put the stickers where I like them and where I want to where I think that they would look nice. And now, believe it or not, I'm going to decide that this layout is not colorful enough. So if you watch my channel a lot, you know that I'm not real big on super busy colorful layouts. Well, but sometimes I am. So sometimes when the photos just call for it, I want that really busy, throw the kitchen sink at it layout. And so that's what I wanted for this. And I wanted more color. Again, I loved the paper peeking through the back of my layout, but I wanted more. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fussy cut a whole bunch of these little shapes from the offcut of that paper, and I'm going to pop them around underneath and around my clusters to bring more of that vibrant color into this layout. If this is a little bit too much color for you, then you know not to do it on your layout and skip this step. But I think it just added like the perfect thing. It took that pattern that was behind and then the rest of it is on top. So super pretty, super cute, and I think it turned out really nice. It definitely, I needed the background to kind of stand up to those very bright, fun photos. So I hope you've enjoyed my layout today. This is going to be the end, I think. I may have cut like one more little spot. I just wanted to make sure that there was a nice distribution of color and a nice distribution of elements, and that you know, you got this like really fun layout. And yeah, I'm just adding another purple one up there because purple. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have enjoyed my first project for Paper House Productions, and there will be more to come. Have a fabulous day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!